Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. We're continuing on with our Oceanic Adventure Cinch book. This is my design team project for Happiness in Crafting by Gi Kerr. And if you saw the last part, you saw we started with the cover. We did the front and back cover, and I glued this little bit of lace trim down here with one of the little fussy cut images. This is on an envelope. I did add some cardstock inside this envelope just for the cover to make it sturdier. So and I have gone through and prepped some of this stuff and inked it so that you didn't have to watch me do all that. These pockets and tags are from one of the ephemera pages, and I want to put these on this page because I have that crochet trim there. I just want to put these on this page. And I figured we just do page by page. I've gone through and when you put your finger in the glue, sometimes you have to reapply. I know better. I'm just going to center it between here and the edge. Let's do it a little ways, 1/16, 1/8 of an inch, something like that from the bottom. In fact, I'm going to slide that down so it's just a smidge smaller. Okay, and these fit perfectly on this page. These pages are coming out about 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So yeah, it's a nice sized page. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch gap here between the pockets, like that. Hope everyone's having a great day. My day is not so bad today. I got my Walmart grocery order and it was complete and on time. I ordered a couple days ago and it never showed up. And they're always really good about refunding, but the thing is they take the money right away and then I gotta wait 3 or 4 days to get the refund, which doesn't seem fair. Anyway, it usually doesn't take the whole 3 or 4 days, so I can't complain. I can keep working instead of going shopping, and that's the whole point. Alright, there we go. So now I have these little tags, and my daughter was in here talking to me and distracted me, and I wasn't paying attention when I did the corner rounder on the top and the bottom, and I used the 1/2 inch instead of the 1/4 inch, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I think what I want to do though is I want to use this trim. It's the perfect size for that little topper. So let's see, kind of go, I think it'll come about that far. I'm not sure. I may have to add a little bit more glue, and we'll go with the second one. And like I said, that almost fits perfectly in that little spot. Some of these are a little stretched out more than others, but put a little bit more down here. And this batch is really stringy today. I don't know why. I feel like I'm using the hot glue. That's one of the reasons I don't like using hot glue, to be honest with you. It's a mess. I feel messy. But my thumbs and fingers get a big mess anyway, so let me trim this off. And then trim this off. And yeah, not perfect, but it'll work. It's just a little something. And yeah, he'll go in there when that pocket's dry. Get that little scrap off, and we'll do that to these two as well. So it looks like it's coming down. Yeah, it's coming down to this this piece right here. Yeah, I wasn't quite happy how these I wasn't quite happy about how the corners went, but that's okay. It's okay, we make it work, and I am covering up her head with that, but I guess that's okay. I have to go up a smidge just so it's not completely covered. There we go. I mean, it's supposed to be messy, so I'm not trying to make it perfect. So I am working on this project today and making a bunch of videos, and I'm trying to decide whether I should release them all at once or stagger them. So I guess we'll see. That's not turning out exactly how I wanted it, but we'll make it. It'll have to do. And maybe I'll come back when I get my bling ready, and I'll maybe add a rhinestone to the top. That would work. So, I mean, I always use pearls, and I could use pearls, but I want to do something different. So I think I'm going to use either the rhinestones or that silver trim. I kind of like that too, because then I can do, 3 or 5. I don't have to do one at a time, which can be time consuming. And I still have a little piece of this left. Alright, so oops, this one almost looks like a little bit of a heart. I'm going to keep that, and then I have that maybe for a crown. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a second, and we're going to go on to the next page, and I have fuzz and fluff all over me. Alright, so the next page, and I've got all the stuff prepped here. So let me sort it for myself so I don't forget what I'm doing. Alright, that goes on this side, this goes on this side. So this is a number 10 envelope. Or, well, it's not a number 10, but it's a letter size, business size craft envelope. And I'm going to glue the flap inside the pocket. And you watch, this will be the messiest thing I do all day. Even without the glue on it. I'll see how I do. If I open it far enough, maybe I can get that in there without too much trouble. And I don't want to glue the pocket closed. I just want to get that flap down. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of glue there. I think I did actually pretty good. How about that? Okay, so what I've done, I've glued the flap in, and then I want this on the front. So I'm folding this back, and that'll make this like 4 by 6. I think it's 4. It's a little bit over 4, maybe 4, almost to a quarter. And so I'm going to mat this and have a pocket, and then on this will be attached in the cinch binding on this side, and we will have the back page, which we will mat both of these pieces and have something in here, and I'll have a tag in there. Okay, so I ended up with 2 tags. I'm not sure which one goes where, so I guess we'll just find out as we go. So let's go ahead and mat this piece, and then I have a journal card which I've already inked and rounded the corners, and that will go in this slot here. Okay, let me find my bone. There again, my bone folders just walk away. They're on the desk. Well, that's the small one. That'll work. I want to kind of flatten this down just to help get that matting on there. Now, as I'm gluing on this piece of matting, I'm going to go ahead and, no, I'm not going to stick that in the pocket because I'll glue it down. I know it. All right. So I have already inked around this piece, and I have measured this whole area for here, about 1/8 of an inch reveal. If I glue this whole thing down like this, I won't have a pocket. So what I want to do is glue here and only come around these edges here. Now I know this is about 1/8 of an inch inside that line, so I'm just going to come around this way, come down this way, and if we get a little bit of glue bleeding out, we will worry about that then. Alright, so I want to anchor this corner, put that down, and slide it to where I want it. Now see, I put the glue too close to the edge down here, so I'm going to have to, I forgot to come in, so let me rub that off. I'll let it get tacky. There we go. Picking up some of that ink. Okay, so now you can see I have the pocket here, and that is attached. I want to make sure I didn't glue my pocket shut. Alright, so I picked out this card that I want to add here and make a little pocket, little extra pocket. There again, I'm decorating these pages, but I may come back and add more to them after I get through and see, you know, what other items I have left. So I'm going to slide this way. No, maybe not. My holes may come right up to this pocket, but that's okay because this is thin. So I'm just going to tuck that in there for now. So we have this pocket here, and we can put our journal card in there. And I may come back and put a tab on that as well. Alright, so this pocket is going to be bound this way, so we're turning it over this way. And I want to glue these ladies on the back. There again, I've done all the inking ahead of time. Okay, we'll open that up so I can get this back here. There we go. Probably didn't need that whole piece, but what am I going to do with just that, you know? So put it in there. Now they'll have some privacy. Okay, there we go. So now I am going to seal up this pocket. There again, got all these strings everywhere today. Oh, I probably need to add some acetone to that that bottle. Alright, so I'm just going to hold that there for a second, and then we're going to mat this the same way that we matted the other side. And I've gone ahead and inked around this one. Trying to use up bits and pieces as I go so I don't have so many scraps. But there again, I'm going to come in a little ways so that I'm not so close to the edge. Okay. And the writing is the right way up. So there we go. Just like that. Alright, so this is just one of the ephemera pieces. I think it goes that way. Yeah. So that will go inside this pocket. We'll let that dry for a second. And then for some reason I ended up with 2 tags. So I think this one goes to the next page. And yes, because I cut off a 1/2 inch on the bottom of this one, I think. Let's check. Yes, I did. Because I wanted, excuse me, I wanted it to fit inside this pocket. So as soon as that's dry, what do we want to do for this? I think I cut some tabs here. I want to use this strip here and make a tab at the top. Putting the raggedy side on the front. And then we'll glue this down in the back. I guess I could have left it sticking up over the top, but that's okay. I want to put a little bit more glue. And there we go. Okay, so that can go inside this pocket, and this can go inside this pocket. And then I'm not going to decorate this piece at the moment. This is going to have punches in it, so this isn't going to go all the way in. It's only going to go about that far. So it's going to stick out about a 1/2 inch, like such. Okay, so that's our second page. I can stick these tags in here now. I'm wondering, wow, that's really tight. Let's use this. Loosen it up a little bit. Much better. And I don't mind if it sticks up over the top. You know, I'm thinking I might just put, well, I guess I need another piece of that trim on the top. And ooh, I glued these down really tight. There we go. The pockets aren't glued down, it's just that they attached really well. Okay, let's get that one in there. And this one. Now, like I said, this one's the cover, so it's a little stiffer, a little sturdier. The other pages, I don't plan to put cardstock inside because I want to use the pockets. So, there we go. All right. So there's our front cover. I really love this. I think that is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more ink on that piece. All right, do I have enough of this to go on here? Yeah, kind of don't. What if I do that? Yeah, let's do that. Use that other piece upside down. Put that on the corner and then tack down those other pieces. Kind of looks like little scallops. Just want to use up these little bits and pieces I have all over the place. So it's not exactly the same, but it's similar enough to go in this pocket. And we have our second page done. Okay, so for our third page, I'm going back. Remember, we did the hard cardstock envelope, and then we did the craft paper envelope. So now we're going back to the cardstock envelope. I had a set of 6 of these. I've put some paper inside. I may add more, whatever I have left, but I decided to include this one. I really like that paper. And I may have to refold it, but I think I've got enough room for the holes. But we will see. We will see. Okay, so let me get that in there. And I will take stuff out before I punch the holes so that it doesn't go through the writing paper. Okay. So now, how do I want to do this? Well, I want this side up on the front, okay? That way when I flip it over, it'll be on, that will be the back side. I've got a tag here. I've got this, there were a set of 2 of these, and I think I want to use this for a pocket for the back side. And I decided to go with this background page. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this inside here, and that will help me. Let me take that paper back out. If I stick this in this envelope to where the matting should be, make sure that it's straight, I should be able to trace this in theory. So, oops, that's not very good tracing. There we go. Okay, so there's that piece. That will go there. And let me cut that out first. Yeah, so this is fun to put together. I really like this journal style. This is fun. This is the kind of journal I like to write in as well. I'm not an avid journaler. I'm an avid journal maker, not an avid journaler. Yeah, see? So there we go. And it should, if I get it in the right place, it's slightly off this way. So I'll probably line it up that way, and I think I'm going to trim off 1/8 of an inch, and then that way whatever it's off will be under the flap and it won't really matter. There we go. Anyway, I like these little journals that have just little bits and pieces of tags and pockets and things that I can write, because I don't like to just sit down and write. Now, I tried that when I was on my cruise so that I could remember every minute of it, and I did okay, but after a while it's like, I feel like, who cares? You know, who cares if we went down and ate pizza or whatever? I mean, yeah, for me, I'll go back and read it, but it's not, I don't know, I guess that's the problem for me with keeping you know, a daily journal, if you will, is that I don't feel like I have anything important to contribute. My days are spent sitting at the desk a lot of times, so. But if I hear something, you know, like an interesting thought, or like today my daughter and I were talking about, you know, that idiom where you say, oh, great minds think alike. Well, there's another part to that, and I never paid attention to that point. But the second part of that is, but fools seldom differ. And so basically the point is, just because somebody thinks like you doesn't mean they're smart. I don't know, maybe that's why they're called idioms. But anyway, you know, I never gave that much thought. But those are the kind of things that, you know, just little quips is what we used to call them, or little Bible verses or things like that. You know, just small little token memories, and that's what I like to write about. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I forgot to ink the envelope, however, so let's do that. And I think I mentioned this before. I'm pretty sure that these envelopes were a extra gift in the wax seals and stuff that I bought, a little starter set. So, all right, let's go around here. This is nice and stiff cardstock, so easier to ink. But I'm using this dome, and I've only been using it for this project, and I'm not even halfway through the project, and I don't think this is going to last any longer than the regular one. So is it worth paying a little bit more for about half as many? I'm not sure. I do like the way that it applies the ink. So, you know, we'll see. Time will tell. We'll see. If I go back to the other ones, then I may not like them. So, okay, let's do this edge right here. I hope you guys don't mind a little bit of inking on account of I did do a lot of inking ahead of time. And did I hit record? Yes, I have 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So I'm going to have a stop this and put these two together. So I'll tell you what, now's a good stopping place. I will stop and be back in momentarily. And we're back. Okay, so we've got that part matted. And I think, and I tried to do this already a little bit ahead of time in prep, but if I put this under here, and I didn't do it as dark as I'd like, so I want to redo that, then I can yeah, there we go. Cut this piece. Okay. I cut very slow because I'm not very good at cutting. There we go. Okay, so let's see how that fits on there. Yeah, I'm going to have to take off about 1/8 of an inch on that one as well, so that it'll allow for that reveal. So I know that that purple area is, this is the hardest part right here when I'm trying to cut a little, yeah, see, can't go from the bottom. Where are you going? I think the dog wants out. Let's try this again. This time I'll start from the top. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to do it the hard way. So let's get out the big guns here. And it's not going to be straight at all. That drives me crazy. But for some reason, and this is a pretty new blade, it just doesn't want to cut when it's not along the edge. Oh, look at oh my gosh, that's horrible. Look at that. Alright, let me snip these off because that needs to be a little bit smaller. Alright, Oh my goodness. And they were supposed to be at an angle. So I went in and out. Oh goodness. You know what? I always forget I have this little trimmer right here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can use this one. No, because it's too small. I have a big guillotine, but it's put away in the other room at the moment, so let's just go carefully. Now that's a little bit better. It's from here to here that I keep going off in the same place. Okay, I'm going to call that good, and I'm just going to go for it. All right. So we'll ink it up real good. That will hide some of it. And then we'll do the back side. Okay. Don't need this anymore. See, it's closing in on me. That's what happens when I work here all day. I know I am going to put the glue on this piece because I don't want to take any chances. I've actually, a little bit of goopers from that last one, been sitting here. Let's see, it is 4:38, and I've been working since about 8, like 10 till 8, with the exception of when I had to go to Walgreens and pick up my script. And then I took an hour this afternoon to watch The Masked Singer with my daughter. Does anybody watch The Masked Singer? Well, that was smart. We love that show. It's so bizarre, but it's fun. So there we go. Now, I know my flowers are upside down. I just realized it. So I'll probably come back and put a fussy cut image here to cover over that. So let's put our paper back in here for now. And I just don't want to lose anything. I'm going to keep everything together where it goes. Now let's do this back side. And I have this piece which should fit. I think it pretty much does. I just broke my glue pin again. I have to buy another one. I could probably make one. I don't have the end cap piece thingy. Isn't that the technical term? And yeah, I'd have to buy a whole bag of those things, so that would cost me the same as buying a new what do you call it? Pen, I guess. So, and then, you know, somebody else will make it for me. All right, so which way does this go? I don't think it matters. It's just kind of like, it looks like peel paint texture to me. I like it. But I love that it's, you know, sea foamy and kind of looks like water. Okay. Get the glue. Okay. actually, looking at that other piece of paper. Nah, I think I like it better this way. Okay, let's get that on there. Slide that up. And over. Okay. Now I am going to use my cutter to cut this because, you know, it's a little bit straighter. And this is cardstock. My printer likes cardstock better than paper, so it's a little easier. I'm just cutting the main portion of the this main center portion out to use as a pocket. And that's what I decided to do with both of these pockets, mainly because I accidentally printed them out on cardstock. I'm going to keep that in case I need another pocket, but I'm not going to keep these. Well, I might be able to make tabs out of that, so maybe I'll keep the bit. Well, I'll keep them. Oh, you guys, you see the dilemma? We feel like we have to use every piece, and so, you know, it just keeps collecting and collecting and collecting. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I am going to place this one on here for a pocket, and I think I might have a little piece of trim somewhere. You know, I think I'm going to come back. Look how this is spreading and turning almost like gold and green. I might come back with this tomorrow and add some. Remember, this is the same day that we did this. It's only been a couple hours. So I don't have enough blue in here that I'm looking for. It's very gold to me. So I may come back. I think I'll come back and do that. But I'm going to go ahead and put the pocket on. Did I do anything special to that other pocket? No. Okay. So I may come back and add some lace trim to those when all is said and done. I do have some dyed vintage photo dyed ribbon somewhere over here on my side that I thought I pulled out, but maybe I accidentally stuck it back. Anyway, let's put this right toward the bottom, like that. These pages don't need any help, but it's fun to just keep adding stuff. So this is the same image as this one, but it's on a different page, so that's good. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this tag. I'm going to add this little tabby thing like I did last time. Like that. There we go. Still plenty of room for journaling, and then that will go inside there. Okay, so we did 3 pages. We've got our cover finished. We've got this short envelope pocket page, and which has this piece that won't get stuck inside when we punch the holes. We've got this. So this has a small pocket, this has a larger pocket with a tag, this has some paper inside. We may add some trim here, but this is going to be attached to the spine and turn this way, and we've got a pocket here. So we've got 3 pages of 10 finished, and we'll be back. Thanks for watching. See you next time.